The Royal Gorge Bridge is famous for being America's highest suspension bridge, but it's not the only interesting thing that you can actually find there. Royal Gorge is partnering with nature's educators to give people an up-close look at birds of prey. It is so fascinating. Devin is with us this morning from Nature's Educators with her feathered friend that we're going to talk about in a moment. Denny is here as well from the Royal Gorge Bridge and Park. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Yeah. Great to be here.
Devin, I've been flooding you with questions this morning about your gorgeous bird. Tell us all about him.
Yeah, this is KUSA. He is an American kestrel. He's the smallest species of falcon native here to North America, so he's a little over a year old. He's full size.
He is
Doesn't
so
get any bigger
beautiful.
than this.
And you are like these birds. You are their main caretaker.
Yes.
So all of these shows that we can see out at the Royal Gorge Bridge and Park, you're kind of manning everything behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Yep. Talk a little bit about KUSA and what he's part of, what show we might be able to see him in.
Absolutely. So we do free flight bird shows at the Plaza Theater at the Royal Gorge 7 days a week, 4 and 5 times a day, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. plus noon on Saturdays. And we bring 4 different birds, sometimes 5, depending on who all wants to come out and about. And we do a presentation. We let the birds free fly or run, depending on the species in the theater. We talk about conservation, identification, their personal stories, what they eat. For example, KUSA here is kind of a silly story. Texas Game and Fish Commission was called to a playground in a park because 2 falcons, we have both of them, were flying around, landing on kids' heads.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, not normal.
That's crazy. So then you were able to, take them under your wing.
Yep.
Yeah. See
exactly.
All right, Denny, why is it so important for people to kind of be able to come out to your facilities and see these birds up close and personal?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for people to see the birds both in this setting and out and about, because they'll see some of the same species of birds out in the park that they will in the theater, and they'll get to learn about them in the theater, and then as they're walking across the bridge back to their cars, they'll get to see some of them in the wild.
Free flying.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, that is so cool. And you talked a little bit about how people can come out and see the shows. Do we need to be getting tickets ahead of time and things like that?
You don't have to get tickets ahead of time, but we do have a discount if you do get tickets online. But you're more than welcome to come out 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You see some of our fun.
That's so awesome. Devin, talk a little bit more about how Nature's Educators is also helping out with conservation efforts as well.
Absolutely. So when we're doing our presentations, we give folks ideas of what they can help with. So many times when you hear a conservation presentation, it's very negative, right? Oh, people suck and everything's terrible and blah. And I hate hearing that. There are easy things that we can do, like not using rat poison. I mean, super easy thing we can do to help prevent these birds from disappearing in the wild. We want folks to have an appreciation for them, to be able to identify them and understand why we want them to stay out there in the wild. We take a vulture to our show almost every single day.
Wow.
And we love to talk about that bird because it's a bird that people don't really appreciate or understand a lot about. And usually after they see one of our vultures in the show, they're like, man, okay, vultures are pretty cool. I like these birds.
Oh, that's so awesome. You said you have around 50 birds at home that you care for and they rotate through these shows.
Yes.
What do you enjoy most about, from children to adults, their reaction, what they're learning from these experiences?
I really like the faces that people make. It's really fun because we have some birds that are trained to fly out from behind the curtain or run out from behind stage, and you just see people, right? It's so exciting that you can hear the sound. That's what we want. We want people to think, wow, this is so cool. Check this out. Now we just saw one of these birds out there in the wild, or how did we see this, this great horned owl in our yard? Now we get to see them up close and personal. So really for me, it's the facial expressions of folks. I love it. I have a very expressive face a lot of times too. Yeah. So I really like seeing how people react when they actually get to see a bird up close or flying right over their head.
It really is so special and so fascinating. So cool that you guys offer this. Denny, any other summer activities you want to highlight that happening out at the Royal Gorge?
Well, as we're wrapping up summer, we still have 2 more movie nights. We have one coming up this weekend on the 23rd, and then we have one coming up in September on the 26th. After that, we'll be in full holiday swing as we head into Boo and Bridge of Lights.
Okay, and that's Halloween themed, so get your best costume on and come out and see all the fun you guys have to offer. Fantastic. Well, Devin and Denny, thank you so much for joining me this morning. This has been so much fun. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.